Okay. All right. How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Doing well. Steph, how was the drive up here?
It was good.
It's good.
Driving through Marion is always the highlight of any day.
Kyle, how are you doing, man?
I am doing wonderful.
Wonderful. How was your day off?
Not too bad. We want to say went to Menards. I had 11% off. Got that done. Yeah.
You said 11% off?
Well, 11% rebate.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I used that rebate. I only spent $70-some, and spent like got like $270-some worth of stuff. So
Sure.
it's pretty nice. And then
Sure.
went to the grocery store and spent some money there, and
Okay.
then I went home, put all that stuff, and then came here.
Okay.
Ate me have a few burritos. Definitely have some burritos.
Burritos?
Yeah.
What kind of burritos?
The kind devour the bean and cheese.
I guess you devour all
with some hot tapatio.
Tapatios, yes.
Yes.
Only way to go.
Yeah. Jorge, I know you were a fan of tapatios.
Yeah, especially if you mix it with some ranch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It's like some fish
Yeah.
sticks or something too. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What?
What is this?
Dude.
I'm not even going to try to say it. I don't say that again.
Tapatio?
Yeah, what is that?
Tapatios?
Hot sauce.
Tapatio? It's a hot sauce,
Oh.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about fish sticks.
No, I didn't.
I thought, wow. We
took.
took a turn there.
Yeah.
Tapatios with fish sticks?
Oh, I mean, with the ranch and fish sticks together. Or, you can use chicken nuggets, but I
Sure.
mean,
I like fish sticks.
yeah, fish sticks they're really good with fish sticks.
Hmm.
Just because you can just devour them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Jorge knows this. If he doesn't, now you know.
Jorge, how was your day?
I just woke up like not that long ago, like about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Well, good.
Did you
Excited.
ask me how my day was, or did you just ask me how my drive was?
I think I just asked you how your drive was.
That's-
How was your day?
My day was busy, but it
Busy?
was good. Yeah.
So it was a good busy.
Yeah.
For a Wednesday hump day?
For a Wednesday on
Okay.
campus. Yeah. How was your day?
Yeah. It was okay. I'm glad I'm coming to the conclusion of today, but it wasn't bad. So we're almost to
Agreed.
Friday and the weekend.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I live for the weekends.
Can't really say that this weekend is one I live for.
Mm-hmm.
This is one I have to work to live for.
Yes. Oh, I like that. I sympathize.
Yeah, well, I try real hard.
Yeah. It's I think I like the weekend schedule because when we were kids, we had every weekend off, didn't we?
We did.
I feel I appreciate Fridays more now than I did when I was in elementary school or even high school, right? Wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
absolutely.
Yeah. It's a sweet thing. So I want to talk a little bit about the 90s today. You okay with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah? Everybody?
Lived it.
Oh, yeah.
Lived it?
Lived it, loved it.
Lived it, loved it.
Go.
So speaking of elementary school, so here you go. Kyle, you go first. What was your morning schedule like? Did your parents have to wake you up? Did you take the bus? Did you get up yourself? Give us the scoop.
It all changed every now and then, depending on the schedule. But as I got older, I got more lazier, so I kind of had to be woken up. I was young, but I actually, tell you the truth, I probably always had to be woken up. Not gonna lie,
Mm-hmm.
I was never really one just to rise and be like, "Oh, hey, school." But
You didn't have your own alarm clock?
Yeah, of course I did. But I mean, mom, that's mom. And then we want to say, beginning when I was young, I walked to school. Sometimes then I rode the bus, and then moved out in the country, rode the bus for a while. That was terrible. I have to wake up even longer. And then once I finally got to high school, it was great because I could drive, and like as I became a sophomore, like, oh yeah. But no, it was of course that wasn't in the 90s then, but
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. For the majority of the 90s, though, I was on the bus or I walked to school. I mean, I was actually, when you could walk to school, I lived probably 8-10 blocks away, and me and my sisters and friends, we'd all just walk. We lived down on Franklin Street. We'd just walk all the way to middle school and
Mm-hmm.
right by the park, and we'd do the same. And And then, depending on what school went, that's when I started going to middle school and everything. But yeah, and then heck, there wasn't. Even to walk to my bus stop. There's times I had different bus stops. I walked from one bus stop all the way down, and like I pressed my boundaries. I lived in a town where you could walk around and do whatever. Like rode my bike everywhere. And what was else with the questions? Because I get off track, so you got to keep me on line.
So, Steph, what was your morning schedule like for elementary school?
I just hated getting up in general as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be the last one up, and I think I hit the snooze probably 5 or 6 times. Thank you. Now I'm off track. Thanks. We just lived like 3 blocks from the elementary school, so it was real quick, good times.
So you either walked or rode your bike, probably, depending on the weather.
Yeah. And then middle school and high school, the bus stop was at that school, so then we just drove on out to the country. So
yeah, you live in the country.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Sorry.
So the school was in the country.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So.
And a question for you: since you had so many siblings, you have 7.
Yeah, there's 7 of us.
So how did that work in the morning? I imagine it'd be kind of chaotic.
It was, yes, always. We were pretty involved with all that extra stuff that the school could offer. So depending on like if it was play season, people were up at like 5 a.m. and had to go to school early. It kind of depended on the day. So, but a couple of my sisters were early risers, so they were up as early as they could possibly be. So it worked out.
Would you say your older siblings had to help you get ready? Or you had to fend for
because I'm number
yourself?
2.
Oh, you're number 2.
I'm number
okay.
2.
Numero dos.
Yeah. And I did not care about anybody else. So it was kind of a take care of your own. And my dad worked 3rd shift, so he was coming in after that. So I think he missed most of the morning chaos. But yeah, we just kind of did our own thing. And if you were too young, mom helped. But otherwise, just got on the bus or walked. And yeah.
Very cool. Jorge, what about you, man?
Well, it's pretty similar. I mean, with me, obviously, me being an early 2000s kid, didn't really get to enjoy the 90s as much as you guys, but a lot of it was pretty much the same stuff. My dad is primarily the one that woke us up for school. I'm number 4. I think...
Good Lord, I had a sister.
So did I.
I got lucky.
Just
she
one
was
sibling.
mean.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So I think that around this time, whenever I was in elementary school, my 2 older sisters were already in high school. So I think that they were already, or at least my older sister. I think my older sister was already driving, I believe.
That's a win.
That is a win.
Not have to ride the school bus or anything. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm sure she didn't drop you off, but
No.
Yeah.
No.
Of course.
So
It'd be for some responsibility from a sister to, and drop their brother off, not make them ride the bus.
That's right.
Heaven forbid.
yeah. So I think my older sister was getting. I think she was either just starting to drive or she was getting ready to drive, working on it. So yeah, I do miss that. I miss being able to have that kind of capability of like just living right next to the place where I gotta go, rather than having like a 15-20 minute commute.
Yeah.
Right.
With anything within walking distance is convenient.
Yeah.
It is. It's a beautiful thing.
Speaking of sisters, though, the first accident I ever been in was with my sister because she couldn't drive on black ice, But it was funny.
You said black ice?
Yeah, and
Well,
funny thing
I
is
don't
she
think
drove
anyone
on
can
it
drive
all
on
the way
black
there to
ice
get me, and
very
then all of
well.
a sudden she forgot it was slick on the way home. It's like she just figured she could turn, I don't know, like a maniac because she had this point like she wanted to jerk it, and next thing you know, we're spinning around at 180. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Sometimes that happens to really good people.
Yeah,
And,
she was like,
it works out well.
oh, she's like, how are you so calm? I'm like, I don't know.
Nerves of steel.
I was only like 6'6" 16. I would have been driving, I was like 15 at the time. She's picking me up from my girlfriend's house. I was watching Super Bowl night. I was like, stupid.
So you had your learner's permit then? Probably
Yeah,
15.
well, she didn't apparently learn anything, but
Again, sometimes really good people spin on black
Yes.
ice.
it was so funny.
So-
We tried driving her home, and it was just hopping. She's like, "You drive it." I'm like, "I ain't got my license," and this thing just hopping. I'm like, oh, it was hilarious. Yeah, it was funny.
What about you, James?
Well,
Sorry.
I will touch on the internal monologue I had every morning from getting up. Don't laugh. I feel my mom would wake me up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd kind of get out of my groggy state, dread getting ready for school. But I feel my inner self-consciousness would just hit hard. I was like, are people going to like my shoes? Are they going to like my gelled hair? Do you remember the LA Look stuff? Did you ever use that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
you had
was
brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
and all the sisters.
all the sisters, true.
Yeah.
I think you might be bringing back repressed memories that I forgot.
Repressed. Well, they're not repressed. They're unzipped now. But I feel I would focus on my. I just wanted to be cool. You make your backpack is. I don't know. I felt like I went through that every day, and then once I got into class and the teacher, we unpacked our stuff. I just forget. So
Yeah, the worst thing I hate about wearing the hair gel was like it would get everywhere. My hands would get sticky. I couldn't do it.
you could smell that stuff a mile
Oh,
away.
man, it was just
LA
terrible.
Looks.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Your hair was just
I couldn't
like
do it.
diamond hard. Yeah,
No way.
yeah.
Not-
Unless you had a bowl cut. Depending what part of the 90s, I had a bowl cut.
I could see that on you.
Yeah.
I can
Really?
see it. It doesn't
Yeah.
look good, but
Well, hey, I had a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Did you say really, Jorge?
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I'm not like I'm not judging you, but it's just I don't imagine you with.
Oh,
I
I
can't
have a
imagine you with
picture
a bowl cut.
somewhere. We'll have to post our 90s pictures at some point.
yeah.
Stephanie will take it. But I have plenty
Absolutely.
of bowl cut. I'm proud of it.
All right,
I
nice.
would not be.
I don't think I would get one now. I wouldn't try to make it a trend.
Now this inner monologue is making sense to me.
See, it's
Will they like my haircut?
repressed. Oh, come on, Kyle.
I think I was just
No, I was
so
talking about
over
myself.
school.
I repressed. I was like, how did just you talking about it? I was like, you know what? I had forgotten about all that goofy stuff.
You buried it, and I just
I did.
grabbed a shovel.
Why must you do such a thing?
Okay, 90s tech. Let's.
Skateboard.
I wouldn't say that's tech, but
Okay, Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
PlayStation.
What I think about a lot is internet back in the day,
Yeah.
right? Computer
Kazaa.
labs. What is it?
Kazaa, Frostwire, or
That was a lot.
Oregon.
Okay, you're talking about illegal downloading, right?
Listen, our generation started that stuff, so yeah, might as well, How do you think we got half the music we did back in the day?
It's true.
LimeWire.
LimeWire. Yeah.
Walkmans.
We might be going in the 2000s there, because who knows? It's somewhere around there.
We may
true.
be.
I don't even know if I had internet
Well-
in the 90s, because that's
Well, that's the
like
thing,
present.
though. It was all dial up.
It's true.
Oh, I forgot.
It was like, you remember that? Can you give us an example of?
I don't know. Something was terrible. It was like something along the lines of that, but much worse, you
Yeah.
know? I'm not sure. But
And then sometimes I feel like it wouldn't connect. You ever have that problem?
If someone was on the phone, it
Well, if
wasn't
someone was
gonna
on the
connect.
phone, but I feel like sometimes it just wouldn't connect.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Heaven forbid you get a phone call.
You would burn CDs
Mm-hmm.
with your illegal music.
Yeah, 4
Absolutely.
kilobytes a second. And there's songs like, 3, 4
Mhm.
megabytes. Well, this is going to take forever.
Yeah.
Take
I'd
like 20 hours just to download a
create
song.
your own unique mix, and
Oh, yeah.
you take a permanent marker and write on there,
Yeah.
Kyle's super awesome mix.
Hope Sony doesn't come back. Like, that was who was downloading all that music.
I think they went to court over all that stuff.
You're probably good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you never know.
That's true. I don't, but I think you're good.
I think you're right, but you
I think I still do have some of those cassettes also
better
because
burn them.
you would record with the radio as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cassette tapes? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys actually
So-
remember
Pretty-
recording? Like I remember recording Jeff Foxworthy tape. I recorded that thing, and like we recorded and played
Like
it.
off the TV?
No, off itself. You don't have it recorded a whole your own cassette. Have like one play and then record.
Oh,
it?
yes.
Yeah. See,
That took some work.
That did. Because that
Or
would have
off-
been a project my dad would have to help me with.
off the radio was pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh my.
Yeah. Oh my. I almost peed my pants listening to some of his stuff.
Yeah.
Jorge, you ever listen to him?
Yeah, it was just he was really hit or miss with me. Like I thought that
He was before your time.
He was weird.
well, so I was really big into Michael Jackson whenever I was a kid, and so whenever I saw his version of whenever I saw his parody of Michael Jackson's Bad, except his was called Fat, like that was like one of my favorite freaking videos.
Yeah, that one was a
he
good one.
did.
That's actually a funny one.
Yeah, he did. I forgot. A lot of his comedy was based on parody.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 100% parody.
I feel like almost all of it was parody.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think
So
It's been,
now,
as the kids would say, a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah.
I mean, you were talking about technology. So like, and since we're on music, I mean, do you guys remember Napster?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a little dog on the logo.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a dog. I mean, it did
What?
look like it had like cat ears or something, but like, yeah, I remember Napster, LimeWire, and FrostWire, but I don't know. I think that LimeWire and FrostWire were more like into the early 2000s, not so much the 90s. But I do know that Napster was like 1999 whenever it like originally launched.
Yes. And am I wrong here? Was Zanga something? Does that sound familiar? No.
Jenga?
Not
You
to
talking
me.
about like the whole Jenga thing, or
No, maybe I'm
thinking
totally
Jenga.
off base. I don't.
I think you
Zynga or
just
Zynga?
made that up.
I thought there was something starting with a Z that was some kind of music.
I mean, for a
Downloader.
while, for ringtones, but that's
Hmm.
been in the recent 15, 20 years.
couldn't tell you. All
tell you.
sounds weird to me.
So instead of the internet, handheld tech. Did you say Game Boy earlier? You said Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, Super Nintendo. I mean, I think that's super.
Walkmans.
Oh, yeah.
Walkmans,
Oh,
Game
yeah.
Boys,
Talk about
Tamagotchi.
yeah, CD skipping. Put that in your backpack. Start
Yeah.
running. Ain't happening now.
Yep.
It's true. Tamagotchis were a good time.
Okay.
That was,
How many did you have?
well,
How many did you murder?
a lot. I think at one point I took about 8 to school.
Holy crap!
I don't know why.
Jangalang, jangalang.
Yeah, and it was hard to
was
keep
a
them
flex.
all alive. Yes, it was.
Well, hang
But
on. You were trying to keep 8 Tamagotchis alive
Yeah.
simultaneously?
Yeah,
Are those
Because
the
they
ones
had to
like
be
poop?
fed and watered
Yeah.
and
all
changed?
yes.
I think I had one.
One.
Yeah,
Again,
that's all my parents
I
would buy me, and that's
think
all I ever.
all of us got one for Christmas, and they weren't taking care of them. And I thought I could do that in class. There's nothing else to learn. I might as well take care of Tamagotchis. And I think they all died, would be my guess.
That was also a repressed memory I had there.
yeah.
You bring it.
Now, my sister had a
Memory
pretty cool
unlock.
one, and I reset hers on accident. And I got in a lot of trouble for that. And I think I had to buy her a new one. But those were
Sounds
pretty cool.
fair.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a reset button.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
it
mean-
pretty dramatic when it died? I never had one. My sister had one.
So dramatic, I don't remember it.
I feel I would witness the birth and the death. I didn't really see too much of the in between.
Yeah, I guess it was pretty
And
dramatic.
it would beep
but-
when it was dying.
Yeah. And I'm sure it was like hidden or something. So it would look like maybe she lost it.
Hmm.
But I do remember getting in a lot of trouble. And I don't know why, but I think I had to buy her a new one.
Were they expensive?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't remember that.
Oh, and what is this again?
The
The
Tamagotchi? Your
Tamagotchis.
sisters had to have one.
The
Oh,
Tamagotchi.
for sure. Or,
Weren't they egg shaped?
yeah.
Really
Those are
tiny,
pretty
and
cool.
like 3 buttons: feed, poop, clean,
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of
something like that.
chimera type creature that
Yeah,
you would.
I
babysit.
think you can buy them now.
I thought it was a dog.
Yeah,
Yep,
you can.
They are sold on
Mhm.
Amazon.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my
And they range anywhere from about $20 to about $40. Looks like that's the price range I'm seeing. Right
Well, inflation,
Interesting.
yeah, boy.
That's right.
Tamagotchi inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I could
hear
get
that.
a couple more and see
Might
if
as
I
well
can
buy
keep
The
them alive.
Sims and have a dog on there and be like,
The Sims.
yeah, might as well for that much. 24
I know, but this is cool because you get to keep it as a keychain
well, you
It's
can.
it's handheld. You can take it with
Yeah.
you anywhere.
You
anywhere.
have a cell phone. That's it. That's a hound.
But it doesn't have a Tamagotchi on it.
That's right. It doesn't.
It could.
Kyle,
It could.
They haven't come up with it yet. That's a problem, guys.
here you go.
There, we heard it.
Bring it back.
You heard it here first.
You heard it
that's
here
right.
first.
Copyright that.
Dibs.
Kyle Bobby Inc.
Yeah, I like this.
Tamagotchi by Kyle. Wait,
Kyle
Gotchi. Nice. Coined.
Yeah.
Gotchi.
We'll take royalties later.
Yeah, we will.
Is that like Peruvian or something? Gotchi? Or,
Doesn't matter.
I
It's
have
yours.
no idea. It's yours.
Yeah.
Kyle Gotchi.
Yeah.
Or like Versace.
First. No.
Tried, failed.
Just leave the branding to us. We
Okay.
were on it.
Hey.
We were there. We'll
Hey,
get you
I
some
was
money.
admitting my failures. All right.
So let's see. 90s food.
Macaroni and cheese, McDonald's,
McDonald's.
fries,
Mm.
Okay.
chicken.
Okay.
Was it
Food. So
Favorite
George
90s
Foreman
food.
grills.
George Foreman grills. Remember those infomercials?
You know
Oh
what?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I do remember George Foreman. Yeah, what about a Benihana or something like that?
No.
It's a restaurant.
Yeah, that's a restaurant.
That's food.
That's true. But like,
It's a restaurant though.
Well, it ain't around no more, is it?
Yeah, it still is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. I remember that name. I just remember the name for some reason.
George Foreman. My mom had one. I just distinctly remember the smell of hamburger, and then that
Mhm.
little tray that would catch all the juice and stuff. And yeah, we had that a lot.
Like I've
Wasn't
never
bad.
been out of Benihana's anyways, guys. Come on.
we could have been. We didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I just heard a name. I thought it was a cool name. Benihana. I was like, should have been a superhero.
Well, can I just for a second? Because in one of the holiday episodes of The Office, they went to a
That's
Benihana.
right.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
Oh snap! Yeah.
Chicken piccata.
Yes. And then
I'll have the chicken piccata.
he burnt his, and I can't remember which season, but Michael burnt his foot on a George Foreman grill.
Yeah, he did because he likes making bacon in the morning.
So sooty.
Yeah.
Bacon
'Cause
in the
he,
George
he
Foreman.
likes to wake up to the smell of bacon.
What about like sirloin stockade?
Oh, that was a good place
Ooh,
too.
okay, so it's called sirloin, right? Sirloin cut. As a
I've
kid
never
too,
been.
I would call it sirloin stockade. Yes.
Sure. I was so pumped to eat there when we came to Indiana. So obviously we didn't have one of those. So
Sirloin stockade?
yeah, we didn't have that in
Oh,
our
yeah.
area. So
Yeah, we had one around here, and they were as a
Very
kid.
good.
I loved.
Oh, we had we had a sirloin stockade and we had a ponderosa, and then now it's just like nothing. We got we
Yeah.
got a few, but
I feel buffets in the past 5 years they've kind of faded
Over.
out. As an adult, I guess at least right now, I'm not a huge fan of buffets. I don't know.
blame.
I feel the
COVID.
food quality is not up to par for my
I will see
exquisite palate.
sirloin stockades, but like I think that like anytime I drive by, they're like already shut down, like they're not open.
Mhm.
So, and that sucks because I have, I mean, I never heard of them before I moved to Indiana. And then like even whenever I first moved here, whenever I first moved to Indiana, like they were already closing. So that sucks.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't nothing like an all you can eat.
No. That's why, you know what? Speaking of that, growing up for me, that's why Golden Corral was like,
Golden
The big
Corral was the
thing.
place. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
it was cheap and it was a very friendly environment. But if you go to a Golden Corral now, it is expensive. And I think the last time me and my wife went to go to Golden Corral, we're like, we're not coming back here again.
Oh,
Just
you know what?
because of the clientele that showed up.
I remember you telling me about that. We talked about
Yeah.
that one morning. Yeah. You
Uh-huh.
you were kind of, was it because your wife had never been to one? She wanted to kind of check that off her list. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
I'm glad I got to do that, but I mean, after that, she and I agreed, like, yeah, that's a nice little experience, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, we were not there for very long. We were there
Mhm.
for like 10 minutes, and we're like, yeah, let's leave.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah, and that sucks because, like, growing up, like, Golden Corral was like a great place to go.
It is. Everyone was so happy.
Yeah. It was an
Yeah.
after church
It was. Yeah.
big deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be like Cracker Barrel for some reason around here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Heck
If
Barrel
Cracker
too,
Barrel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If you could just buffet all that. Yeah.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Is that another good idea? Cracker Barrel.
That's another
should
good idea.
Have a buffet.
I would go bananas on the chicken fried steak.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
It's an
You're
interesting
getting
Singing
choice.
in my ear.
It's literally saying it in your ear. You're right. It's,
I will say it's pretty pricey though. For getting, say breakfast type food, I can do better at home instead of going there. It's just cheaper. But well, maybe not. The price of eggs have skyrocketed, so
yeah, that's true.
maybe not. I take that back.
And if you don't like to cook,
the birds got the food. Kill them
I
all.
love to cook.
I hate it.
You hate cooking?
Oh my gosh, there are a lot of things I hate, and that's on the list. Yeah, definitely you. Yeah, I hate it.
Okay, if you have to cook, all right, what's your go-to meal?
Probably lasagna.
That's pretty complex.
No kidding. I hate cooking,
There's
but I'm gonna make
layers.
lasagna. I gotta get the noodles out.
There's layers in there. And
everything.
what are you getting, like the pre-boiled
And then you gotta get
noodles?
the cheese you gotta
You
use
have
and
to
stuff.
boil the noodles yourself. I don't do the pre. I don't know. Like that's it. Because I feel like if you
No wonder you hate cooking.
Good lord, no kidding.
I make a 10-layer lasagna. I
It's
hate
like
it.
I hate building. What were you trying to build? Oh, a pyramid.
Yeah.
Hear me out. If you hate to do something and every once in a while you have to do it, like people assume if you say you hate to cook, it's because you can't. So like your go-to needs to be something more complex. So when you make it, they're like, you should do this more.
Okay. Well, you'll have to make us lasagna sometime.
Again, I hate to cook.
Well,
She's gonna do it one time.
One time.
And
we're
then
just
she'll die.
asking for one
You
time.
make some candied green beans. Again, you got to make it even worse.
What?
You got green beans in your lasagna.
Candied
Oh,
green beans, like
man.
with the bacon bits and like the brown sugar and
Oh,
stuff.
Jorge, I
Yeah.
I know him well
I have
enough.
never heard of.
Is he
green bean
out?
lasagna.
No,
He's
no,
in-
no, no.
oh.
He's in all the way.
Yeah, that's it. That's the go-to. But I hate
Dang.
it. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, green beans and lasagna. I never
Yeah.
heard of such a thing. This is like travesty. I didn't say I wouldn't eat it either. I would because I eat anything. Don't get me wrong, but
Well, I just think naturally she would hate to cook all that if she's tired.
Okay,
I just don't
my
want to do
go-to-
it.
Go ahead, Jorge.
My go-to for cooking is pasta, and there is a particular dish. It's called spaghetti alla assassina. Okay. What
okay. Do we
that
have
is-
to say
is
it like that in order to make it? A requirement.
You
Is
do.
that-
You
is that
have to-
Italian?
You have to
Hasta la
say that
is that like hasta la vista or something? Can I say that
word.
again?
Alla assa- I don't know.
That's also the 90s,
So-
baby.
That's
So what it is
Damn it, they do.
it's basically you take some spaghetti and you put it on, like, you do not boil it or anything. You throw it in with some garlic and pepper flakes and olive oil or fresh peppers, and then you essentially like toast the pasta and let it caramelize, and then you throw in boiling water and the passata, or the sauce,
Okay, cool.
and
It's
you
potatoes. The
essentially
passata.
yeah, the passata. So then you just let it like cook and char, and then like the spaghetti becomes kind of it's not like super like it's still kind of cooked and everything. Like you let the boiling water and the sauce like do its thing, but it's not like regular spaghetti. Like it's kind of like just charred spaghetti. It's a little chewy and crunchy, but it is so good, especially if you take especially if you get what's the cheese? It's basically like this. It's the cheese within the cheese. I'm blanking right now, but like
Brie?
it's so good. What?
Cheese is
No,
in-
that wouldn't be brie with that.
Uh-uh.
The cheese within
is
the cheese.
It's like
Uh,
It's Dr. Cheese.
Nacho
cheese.
cheese.
Doctor.
No,
Yeah, it's
I'm
my
blanking
cheese.
There's
right now.
no way he's going through all that trouble and then using cheese sauce. That's what I know.
No way. No, it's legitimate cheese. I cannot remember what the name of the cheese is for
It's
some
a
reason.
cheese
Like
within
I'm
a
losing
cheese?
it.
Yeah,
Huh?
It's magical cheese.
That's-
It's from Never Neverland. Peter Pan cheese. That's what it is.
It sounds like this dish has a lot of good mouthfeels, and I would love to see a picture. I'd love to try it, along
Yeah.
with Stephanie's
Right now, I'm
lasagna
picturing
and
char-
We're gonna
caramelized
have a cook-off.
charcoal
green-
spaghetti.
What were they? Green beans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of my mind.
Okay. I think we got to set a date here for
I mean, it sounds good.
a
but
nice
it's like,
dinner,
I'm just-
homemade dinner.
Burrata.
Burrata.
Yeah.
burrito.
I don't know why
No,
we
I
didn't think of that.
Burrata.
That
cheese.
was on us.
Burrito.
Yeah, burrata. I don't know why I was blanking, but like, there is a there is like the creamier cheese inside the burrata, and like you can just scoop that out, put it on top of your assassina, and it's great. It's awesome. It's spicy.
Mhm.
It tastes really good. It's probably like one of my favorite pasta dishes.
I like that. That does sound good.
Yes, sounds very good actually.
Yeah.
I think it sounds
awesome.
like we're gonna have a pasta night, not so much
I hope we're
a
right.
dinner. It's a
Cardio.
pasta.
I think we have a pasta night at our house at least once a week. I just
There
do a bolognese is meat and red sauce, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
I do an Alfredo sauce, homemade. Not trying to brag, but it's pretty good. Is there something funny about that?
No.
No.
No. If anything-
I make a pasta sauce. I'm not trying to brag. Just homemade,
A couple
Totally
years ago,
shitty.
a couple years ago, I was I just had that itch, and so I cooked soup and these other dishes, and I saw Jorge later, and I said, "Hey, sorry, dude, I smell like garlic and onions. I've been cooking all day," and he said, "Nothing wrong with that." Do you remember saying that?
I don't.
Oh man. All I'm saying, okay, back to 90s. All I want to say is for food, bring back the colored ketchup. That was fun.
That was fun.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so
And
fun.
wasn't there was mustard too?
Well, mustard's already yellow. That's already fun.
Right, but they had like green mustard as well.
Did they?
I don't
remember
remember
purple
that.
ketchup
I
and
just wouldn't know
green.
it's moldy, I guess.
That's true.
Green ketchup,
Mhm.
like, oh, that's just mold. I eat it.
Moldy ketchup. No, it
Fear
didn't
factor.
taste any different. It was just fun.
It was just
The
fun.
purple one, I loved it.
Or go
I
ahead.
do remember whenever the like Hulk movie came out. I think again, or 03. Whenever Hulk came out, that's whenever they were really pushing the green ketchup.
Yeah, that
Mm,
makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. And I loved it. And I think they did the same thing with Shrek too.
Oh, yeah. Just think of the marketing game for that. Like, there's a green character movie coming out. Ketchup.
Ketchup.
I don't
That-
remember any of that ketchup.
Really?
Really?
I just ate
Such a
red
big
ketchup.
deal.
I mean, was it really?
Yeah.
I must have missed it.
I think you did. Yeah.
Clearly.
I'm just saying.
Because you
Maybe I
can't
was in the wrong-
forget that. You can't forget purple
No.
ketchup.
You can't forget something you don't know about.
Is this another
That's true.
repressed memory? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
No, not repressed, because again, I did not know about it. Different. This is in a different category, all right? Subcategory.
You don't remember
Subcategory.
Easy Squirt?
Easy
Was
squirt?
that
That's what it
yogurt or
was.
was? Oh yeah, it was the ketchup. Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
They
it was.
had purple and blue as well. They had they had blue.
What a good time.
Your parents
Very
really had to
different.
force you guys to eat, didn't they?
Depending on what it was.
I didn't like liver and onions.
Well, who does? Besides someone, a maniac like Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
No, I think he liked humans. yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he still
Like
like
those.
liver, human liver and onions. It's still liver and onions, all right? Just so we're clear.
That's a good point.
Just so we're clear, yes. Okay,
Good point, Kyle.
90s
Oh, thank you.
90s
Thank you.
TV shows and movies. Okay, I'll say it first. I had a sister.
I did too.
I watched my fair share of Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Oh, the best.
and I can't say I
The
hated
best.
it. I
well,
can't
why
say.
you couldn't hate it?
No.
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Talking about
I
Full
liked them
House,
just because
because
I had a
never
big
watched.
crush on
Okay.
them.
I never watched
Yeah,
Mary
'cause they
Kate
were
and
so
Ashley.
cool.
I always watched Full
Yeah.
House.
Full
Full
House.
House was
Never-
great. Oh, Winning London, but that was more 2000s. What ones
Family
did they
Matters.
It Takes
have?
Two.
Nice. It Takes Two.
Loved it.
Classic.
Wait, is that the one where like
My
they're
Girl.
visiting like their grandma or something like that?
No, I think that was How the West Was Won.
Tommy Boy.
Not Tommy Boy. Oh yes, Tommy Boy. I thought we were still talking.
Oh, I don't know. Just for the synopsis.
Yeah, we're still talking about the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
Who's Olsen Twins?
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I know,
from
but
Girls.
like,
You had a sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was
but,
older,
like,
right?
Full House is all I ever knew, man. I mean, my life never revolved around the Olsen twins. I'm talking like things that were cool. Olsen
Oh,
twins.
whoa.
Yikes.
Yeah.
They were the 90s.
They were the face of the 90s.
They were.
I don't know about that. I thought that'd be more like wrestling. It was the 90s, guys.
No, Mary Kate and
Yeah.
Ashley.
Okay,
were
so-
it.
Well,
like
America's
as far as like
Sweethearts.
kid shows and things like that, or maybe even movies that starred kids, Mary Kate and Ashley were like the top contenders.
Well, you had Jonathan Taylor
children's
Thomas.
movies.
You had Home Improvement.
Yes.
I mean, you had Family Matters. I mean, there was a lot more than just. I mean, they were just a
Well,
small.
you're right, but
Yeah, but they were the
everybody
most
knew-
popular.
They were
Everyone knew them.
iconic. If
They
somebody
were
says
iconic.
Mary Kate and
I
Ashley
don't-
Olsen,
Well, I'm
90s.
going to
No.
strongly disagree because I don't.
You can strongly disagree. You're still wrong.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, that's like they were like a blip in my '90s, like maybe.
But you do remember them.
Well, yeah, in Full House.
And I think
only,
that's
though.
impressive.
I honestly don't remember just them being in anything besides Full House. Like I don't even remember like any other movies I can think of offhand.
you know what? We
I'm just
forgive
saying.
you. We'll leave it
Sorry,
at
I
that.
just
We forgive you.
when you guys talk about it, I'm like,
You know what? We can have a Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen movie night
Pasta night.
with pasta and burrata cheese
Oh,
and
yes.
caramelized green beans.
That sounds terrific.
Just something simple.
I think I want to have a car crash that night.
Oh man. Okay, TV shows. Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven was
Yeah.
so
Okay,
good.
that was a morally
Yeah.
guided show that taught you life lessons because
So
we would
cringy,
watch
though.
that as a family
Yep.
every Monday
Yep.
night. And what was the was it ABC?
It was WB.
ABC
WB.
Family.
Yeah.
Friends, yeah,
Right?
sorry, my parents. It's
Not Seventh Heaven either.
definitely not Seventh Heaven. That was past.
Let me just tell you, you need to go back and watch it now.
Well, I could see why it would be good for parents, but no, that wasn't something I grew up with. Like I knew about it, like it was like Friends, or we'd watch movies, or like
Friends is classic.
I
too.
don't.
But yeah,
Good one.
it was a morally guided show that starred a immorally guided.
Yeah, didn't
author.
the dad get in some
Yeah.
big trouble
Yeah.
with some really inappropriate things?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
So yeah. It's
What
kept us
in
straight
in
track.
that in the show?
No.
No, like in
This
real
was
life.
this was
Real
years
life,
later in real
Oh.
life. Yeah.
Well, you're like Seventh Heaven doing this, like that didn't sound like Family Night right there.
yeah. No.
It was. Yeah.
All right, so he
Good time.
he didn't follow his character.
He did not.
You know what?
He played a
Stephen
pastor.
Collins actually, the dad, he actually played Andy's dad in The Office.
He did. You're right.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
It's hard to hate him now.
No, I still hate him.
Yeah.
And
Oh man.
But
go ahead.
they also had South Park in the 90s. And
Yeah, but that's if you were allowed to
1997.
watch it.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, we watched South Park.
I wasn't allowed to
Did
watch
not.
that stuff.
Oh.
I can tell why.
I wasn't either. But whenever I got older,
But you did when you got older.
definitely. Well, I mean, it's the same thing as Family Guy. So, like, a lot of people weren't allowed to watch Family Guy, but they found a way to watch it growing up.
Mm-hmm.
no, I don't think I've ever seen an episode of either one of those. Family Guy or South Park.
That's actually probably good for you.
Thank you.
And they're morally corruptible, so you know. I mean,
I mean, I think I'm past that at my age. But
I don't know.
it's still-
I don't think anyone's past being morally corrupt. You know, I mean, just look outside sometimes and walk around, and I'm sure if you go to like Portland, Oregon, or something, you're gonna be like, yeah, people are probably crazy.
Yeah, we might have some
Yeah,
morals now,
well,
you know,
Yeah.
compared
I
to
love South Park.
I do too.
I've been taking a break from it, but I love that show.
I used to like it growing up. I haven't watched in so long, but that's just, I don't know. I used to watch wrestling growing up in the 90s, you know. It was,
That
you know,
was a big deal.
always
Yes.
watch wrestling, you know.
hmm Oddly enough, like I've seen some of it, but it would be Sundays after church because my great grandma would watch it.
Oh, yeah. Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's
it
watch
was
some
weird.
wrestling.
We did after lunch. It was on.
Wow.
right after Sirloin Stockade, huh?
I know, right?
Yeah, or wherever we were, probably closer to Golden Corral at that point.
Okay.
But yeah, I just remember that was being on. And then my aunt, who I don't know, was in her late 60s, 70s, had probably every WWE or WWE magazine
Yeah.
and like figures. It was so weird.
It's not weird. I think she liked the male.
Masculine. She
Masculinity.
liked the tight pants and the butts
It just
Yeah.
it just reeked of testosterone.
and
know.
sweaty men.
Yeah. Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah. Caught you, grandma.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Yeah.
How
It
was the heartbreak whenever you guys realized it was absolutely fake?
What are you talking about?
I always knew.
It's,
Yep, still in denial.
You're still convinced it's real.
it's
to this
definitely
day.
real. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It is fake to an extent, like what's scripted and what's happened. But I mean, there's a lot of injuries that do happen. So like a lot of like, I mean, I've even broken my The only bone I ever broke was wrestling with my buddies on a trampoline. So I mean, there's a lot of accidents that come with it. So I
Very
mean,
true.
Sure. Yeah,
Roughhousing.
the accidents that might happen, because I mean it's the same thing as like if someone's going into a movie being a stunt double or an action star that's doing his own stunts, like yeah, he's gonna get hurt. But at the end of the day, the things that they're doing are still fake. South Park did an episode of it, and I think it characterizes everything like
well, that's the thing though too is that if
perfectly.
if it wasn't scripted to an extent, then you're gonna have a lot more people die because I mean, Stone Cold broke his neck just getting
Yeah.
a pile driver. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be that way, or it's gonna be one of those things where you're not gonna have any talent, nothing. You watch it for the show, but yeah, I mean, I kind of always knew it was fake. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, oh, hey, growing up, you just kind of figure it out, But I was probably
Yeah.
pretty young, so I think I don't really, I just like the fact that they were beating up. I was plus wrestling was my favorite sport growing up in real life, like
Yeah.
in school sports. So it was one of those. Excuse me. It was the first word I ever learned how to spell. Actually,
I mean, Rey Mysterio actually killed a guy doing the 619, I believe.
What?
Yeah.
Is that why he's
Yeah.
so mysterious?
I don't know. I just remember that being a big. In fact, I don't remember exactly when that happened, but
I have a strong feeling that was staged. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I don't never remember that one.
But what's very 90s of the story you told? Breaking your arm, you said?
Remember collarbone.
Collarbone. People don't break bones anymore. Do you see kids in cast?
My
No.
daughter broke her wrist a couple years ago.
Mike,
Now
do you,
what?
you know what I'm talking about? Do you see a lot of kids
Well,
in cast anymore?
You can go get
No.
it. Hey,
No.
go get a rope, hang it from top of one of these
Whoa,
trees,
whoa,
and swing
whoa,
down.
whoa,
and I
whoa,
guarantee you can see some casts. You're like, hey, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
I think though we were probably outside a lot more too, doing.
I mean, I know what he's
dangerous
saying.
That's my
things.
point.
Yeah.
We
But-
didn't have
Yeah, I get what
tablets or
you're saying.
devices, and our parents were like, "Shoo, go
Yeah,
go
go
play
break
outside."
some bones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now,
I mean, I guess I agree with you to an extent, but I mean, I live in an area, like I've said before, I see kids out all the time. So I mean, and maybe in Hart, like where I grew up, yeah, not so much, not as prevalent. But where I live now, there's more kids out. But yeah, I mean, probably in your bigger cities too, they're all going to be in, because I mean, where do they have to go? Where you don't have a whole bunch of parks, and you're always worried about some, and even at school, you got worries about guns and shooting. That wasn't really something you had to
True.
worry about until
We just had the monkey
the
bars.
90s and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
That's when all
Ouch.
the injuries would happen.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even break any bones actually until I was in high school. So, it was just, but you're right, kids do. But I mean,
just
but they could break them though, just like falling down, So, I mean, it's possible that way, but, they're more likely to break it doing an activity.
roughhousing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch some WWE, and then you roughhouse and crack.
That was our Sunday
Well,
evenings.
my daughter,
Oh, I believe.
We
Wrestling.
she was
after
just
we
swinging.
watched
She
that.
tried stopping herself.
Yeah. After
Just
we
fell.
watch it in the afternoon, we're like, we should see if we can really do this.
It ramped
Get a
you
chair.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did a lot of stupid stuff growing up.
Really? I would have never have
Yeah.
guessed.
That doesn't sound right for you.
Yeah, I didn't. I know I'm pretty mysterious, and I don't give off that aura. But
Never.
So we were talking. We're talking about like movies and TV shows and things like that. Do you guys ever miss going into a Blockbuster?
I can smell it right now.
I had Dave's video.
We're not talking about Dave.
We're not talking about
And his
Dave.
videos.
We're
We're talking
Dave's
about
my best friend.
If you lived in a
Blockbuster.
small town, you had a Dave's. You didn't
Yeah.
have a.
I won't say the name of
Blockbuster.
one, but it was like Dave. But we did have a Blockbuster down the
Yeah,
road.
what I will say about
Aw.
Dave's video compared to Blockbuster, they're still around.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No
there's one in
way.
Muncie. Yeah, he sells
Oh.
like used videos.
Well, you
and
know
stuff.
what? We need to bring Blockbuster back because I'm
Man.
telling you something right now. We were lied to by streaming services.
Mhm.
They were like, "Oh yeah," because I remember Netflix. Whenever Netflix started to compete with Blockbuster, and then Blockbuster tried saving itself by being like, "Hey, if someone ruined a movie for you, you can just go back to Blockbuster and you can just exchange your movies." And it was pretty weak, but I mean, they still made an effort. And then I don't know what happened. I think I heard that Netflix bought them out or something like that, but I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But I don't know about that. But but like at the end of the day, where streaming services have become, like, now they're coming out with like their own movies, and then if you guys don't remember, Netflix was like, oh yeah, no commercials or anything like that, blah blah blah, and now what do they have? Now it's interrupted
ads once again.
Yeah. Interrupted ads
Unless
again.
you pay $28 a month,
Yeah.
And it
It's
used
getting
to be-
steep.
which Kyle does have to pay, but it's legit because I have to pay it.
Yeah,
and
I'm
it
pretty sure I
used
don't
to
pay as much
be-
as you do either.
Yeah, I don't pay near as much.
It's a personal
I
hit.
grandfathered in. To the
You
ride.
might have. Yeah.
It's just a long
Depending what
relationship.
package you get.
Hey, listen.
Sorry,
I bought
Jorge.
him enough. You listen. You buy him enough yachts. Guarantee you, they're like, oh, this guy bought us 46 yachts. We're gonna waive that fee. No ads for this guy.
That's annoying.
But yes, Jorge, to follow up on your comment, Blockbuster was just, for me, it was an experience.
Yes.
Whether that we were kids or you're with your friends or in your high school, but you walk in there, we didn't have, the internet to like look at a movie trailer. We just, this cover looks good. We're judging a book by its cover, a movie by its cover, but that was so fun. You read the back, you look at the pictures, and you're like, I want this one.
It's true.
And if your mom said yes. Or you could
It
get
was a
two.
good Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah. If you get two, I about fell over.
Oh yeah. It felt like it was a Friday night thing, right? After
yeah.
school, you go to Blockbuster. I will say that I went to Alaska in 2017, and they still had a Blockbuster up and
That
running.
actually is the only
Yes.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Didn't they do a documentary about it?
Probably, I do not think that it's opened at this point, but it was at that. It was still going pretty strong. So
So there's one day's video and one Blockbuster, and they're
still,
In the
far enough
entire
away from
United States.
I wonder what
one-
they have.
1 and 9.
Family Video. I don't know if there's any Family Video still open.
I think they're
Indiana
all
and Alaska.
closed.
Yeah.
So you could go to Dave's and get the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen videos.
Yeah. You should get on that.
Let me get an airplane, and I'll go all
An airplane?
Yeah.
Oh,
to go all the way to Blockbuster together.
You could drive to Alaska.
yeah.
I could, but it'd
Well,
be
they
a
need to
lot
bring
faster to
Blockbuster
fly.
back.
It would.
Start a campaign, Jorge, will you?
Yeah.
I should, because and I think a lot of people would agree with me. Like, hey, Netflix and HBO and all those other places, they tricked you, and you're, even Peacock. Peacock really pissed me off. Excuse me. Peacock really made me mad because they were like, oh yeah, free stuff to sign up, and then so like you sign up, and then they're like, you have ads, and they're like, if you don't want ads, or if you don't want or if you want less ads, then get a subscription. So like, even if you get a subscription with Peacock, you're still going to have ads. It's stupid.
It is stupid.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
I'm
that
with
with Blockbuster.
I'm
It's
over, excuse me. I've had enough of the instant gratification. I could go back. We become everything is just, immediate. Back in the day, you're talking about streaming services. We get it like now. You can click it. It's one click away. Like Blockbuster, we had to go there. If there was a movie we wanted to see, we had to go see if they even had it in stock, and then get it. Possibly rewind it, right?
Yeah.
And then watch it. I mean, now it's just it's on demand.
They had like a little ticket in there, and it was on there. Oh, tickets in. You put the
That's
ticket,
out.
pull the ticket out.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
Well,
was the coolest thing. Ever seen a ticket in there? Like
it was a good time.
it was video game riddle.
But also, I think, though, you had more family time because you were doing 7th Heaven on Monday night or TGI Friday on Fridays. So I think I do miss that, like an opportunity to hang out with everyone at one time. But
Yeah, and it was a time where, well, at least for us, we only had, I think, one TV in the living room. There was no TVs in our room, not allowed. There was one landline phone, and it wasn't cordless. We weren't that fancy.
we did have cordless.
You did? To start out with?
I mean, from what I remember,
Did you have a dial pad, or did you have one of those circular ones? I don't even know what they're called.
A rotary.
a rotary.
phone.
Rotary
Yeah.
phone, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. I'm just remembering a cordless for so long. So
Very cool. Just
Yeah.
one phone?
probably. That sounds right. but we did just have one TV, and depending on, my mom really hated cable, so she would just be like, "Oh, we're not gonna have that crap on anymore." And then one time she bought a Guardian VCR or an Angel VCR. Do you know what those are?
No.
Yes. Go ahead and explain.
If you don't know what it was, you could have it set up, and I think there was one for the VCR too, and you could play the movie that had these awful scenes or cuss words in it, and the Guardian Angel would just take them out, or it would change the curse word into something else. And it was so stupid because you would have subtitles, and so you knew what they were blocking out. But
Well, I never knew such a thing existed. Wow.
You know, we didn't have one, but I've heard of it. I know what you're talking about.
It was so dumb. It just really didn't do anything, and because you were spending more time being like, "What do you think they were
Let's
trying to say?"
spend all this money
here?
so my daughter can't hear cuss words.
But she has.
But I
a
say 'em all the
mind.
time.
Yeah. She goes to elementary school. They're cussing there. Like,
Yeah.
Are you talking about the TV Guardian? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there was a TV Guardian, but there was also like a VCR, if I remember correctly. That if you or put your VHS in it,
That's a very sophisticated piece of equipment for.
Yeah,
the
and I
90s.
could be completely making it up.
No, I feel like you're right. I feel I remember hearing about that. We didn't have one, but
Okay, well,
Yeah, I never.
I just
I
got a lot of
definitely never heard of that.
Yeah, TV will rot your brain.
yeah.
It might have a little bit.
Well, again, you could choose in the afternoon if you wanted to watch Oprah or Pokemon, and so half of us maybe had their brains rotting if they were watching Pokemon.
Or soap operas.
Yeah, but not Oprah.
Jerry
I learned a
Springer.
lot.
Jerry Springer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
learned a lot from
Maury.
Oprah. Yeah, that's true.
Maury.
Let me tell you guys something about Jerry Springer, okay?
Oh, wow.
if you guys remember the kind of stuff that he showed, there's no way that they would allow. Me and my wife were talking about this just the other day. There's no way that they would allow any of that stuff that they played back then to be played now.
I just remember a lot of the the censorship that they had on the show. The beeping.
The TV
Yeah.
Guardian would not have had that come across.
No, it would have canceled the whole show.
I would have been like,
altogether.
"We're not doing this." Nice try.
That infamous. Beep. Just-
Well, sometimes I feel like they would just like hollow it out, or like it would just be like muted. I never understood the muting of the hands, like how they'd blur their hands. I mean, I know that they were, preventing them from flipping people off,
Yeah.
but like it's like you knew what they were doing.
Jerry?
I don't want to hear your.
No.
What are you talking about?
That's the infamous sound
Yeah,
I
that
would
was
hear constantly. Like if I got caught, if I got caught watching that, and what are you watching? Oh my goodness!
I think my mind just went back. Like I'm 12 years old again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why we watched Mari,
That's
not Jerry Springer.
That's you switch it to Mari because that's way more appropriate.
Absolutely.
I feel like when I watch Jerry Springer, half of what I ever heard, it sounded something like. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
then
what it was.
I
we
think
know
my
Morse
mom-
code,
yeah.
guys.
For 30 minutes, and you're like, wow.
Mom would be like, "You can just go ahead and turn that off right
Yeah.
now. I'm sick and tired of that." Yeah.
Yeah, go play outside.
Yeah, and then I actually think I had a couple people. I knew some people that went on to Jerry Springer. I honestly couldn't believe it, but it was pretty funny. I don't think he's alive now, but I won't say anything. But I was like, oh my gosh, man! Like, why would you do such a thing? Why would you agree to go on such a show just so you can be embarrassed? Like, what do you have to gain? I mean, some of the stuff is hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I can't even
15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Bad
Sometimes it was
publicity
30.
is good publicity, unfortunately.
I think publicity is only good if you become rich off of it. If you just go there and publicly shame yourself, and that's just public shame. I mean,
Well, there's being famous, and then there's being infamous, right?
Yeah.
Pick your poison, really.
And people love both.
They do. They
Yes.
love both.
If there's a
I mean,
good story,
think about modern day people that like. I mean, you see these little kids that are acting awful, They're terrible. And a lot of people will tell you, why is this person getting publicity? Like, why is this person even getting recognized? Blah, blah, blah. Because that's just what makes, that's just what that persona is what's making them famous. It's so weird how it works. Like, people hate you and people are sick and tired of seeing you. And yet somehow you're still getting views. And that's just
love to hate
how it is.
Yeah.
We love the chaos.
Exactly. People love to hate other people.
It would, yeah.
It's my favorite word. I love the chaos.
Chaos?
Yeah.
Like the Dr. Malcolm chaos theory.
I think that
Jurassic
existed
Park.
in the 90s, though, too.
Just anything.
Like everyone always loved to hate.
Love to hate.
You
Love
just
to hate.
didn't have social media to do it.
Well, now you publicly love to hate. You're like, oh, no.
Absolutely.
I want to do this for a reaction. I want to be cool, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Social media didn't exist then. I think it was writing notes to each other.
Yeah.
You really cross your fingers for a good note in your yearbook or something. If you had a crush, you'd just lay on your floor and look at the yearbook and
see what they wrote you. Or you could play MASH. That was big.
MASH?
And you guys never played MASH?
Is that an acronym for something?
Like
Yeah.
Monster Mash?
It was like, oh man, why did you say this to me?
You brought it up.
Only ask the questions if it's going to be like the Office trivia. MASH was,
Noted.
gosh, you basically had to
I feel like I know
pick
this.
4 people that like you had a crush on.
Mhm.
And then you had to pick 4 places that you would like to live, 4 types of housing. Like,
I feel like I know this. Yeah.
yeah. And there were like 7 categories. And then someone would draw a circle and you would tell them to stop. And then how many lines there were, like 6. So you would just go down and count. And that would tell you your future. We could play it right now if you want.
Hang on.
No.
Did I? Oh, I couldn't do
Well,
it.
that
I was trying to draw the S.
that has nothing
You
to do with
reminded
the
me.
game.
No. Okay.
I
Go
remember the
ahead.
S.
Let's see it. Let's see
Everyone
you
knew that
demonstrate
S.
MASH.
I just told you. Why do I have to?
Well, let's see it. Give
If
us
you
an
do a
example.
circle, I just did. So you're gonna name 4 states that you would like to live in.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Salary, location, job,
Here, let's
number of kids.
have Jorge
spouse.
answer these questions.
Who?
Jorge, go ahead.
Why would
Question
I?
1. 4 states you'd like to live in.
4 states I'd like to live in.
This is gonna get awkward though when you have to name your spouse because you have 4 options.
Well,
You better pick
I'll
celebrities.
skip that one.
That's why I threw it to him.
Celebrities. Yeah, go
Okay,
celebrities.
what's your 4 places?
Let's see. So let's do Texas. No, actually, you know what? No,
Oh,
not
God. You're
Texas.
worse than
But
a
we'll do
woman.
Montana. We'll do Montana, Missouri, maybe
Mississippi.
Idaho.
Mississippi.
We started with an M.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was doing. Okay, one more, buddy.
And then,
Massachusetts.
I don't know. Heck no.
Yeah, this is
Maybe
not
like
real.
one of the Dakotas.
I was about to say South Dakota.
Well, yeah, we're gonna
You
go
should have
South
went with
Dakota.
all
South
M's.
Dakota.
Okay. 4 types of houses that you would
A cardboard box.
could do that.
A bigger cardboard box.
A cardboard box.
Yeah.
I'll put a mansion down because I think that's what everyone wanted.
Yeah, because they start with an M.
Put a
You know
bungalow.
what?
A
I'm all
bungalow,
right.
it's a good one.
I'm all right as far as
You're
A
too
shed.
far in, Jorge.
Flat.
I'm all
Then
right as far as the
we'll
man.
follow.
Like, I don't need to have a mansion.
Needs a shed.
Okay, we're not.
Just
okay.
something with a lot of
Next,
space.
next 4. There's 4 sets of 4, right?
But
There's like 7.
Oh,
How
there's-
many?
I don't know.
A number of kids. Give me 4 different number of kids.
3 to okay, so maybe 4 at the most.
Okay.
So we'll just do.
Don't
2,
overthink
3.
it, dude.
Oh, gosh.
This is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do 0.
Your wife will hear it, but I mean, hypothetical.
Name 4 spouse options.
A dog. Yeah.
We're not marrying animals.
Spouse options? What do you
Bestialities.
mean?
Not
Like, do you mean
recommended.
Okay,
single?
we're gonna give you
I
this
thought
one.
she said pet.
We're just gonna put your wife. So
There we go.
you can be with your wife. We won't question
Okay.
Yeah.
that. Salary, 4 different salaries.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thanks.
If I was little, I'd probably think celery, like the vegetable.
Celery?
Oh,
Not green?
salary.
$4 a
I guess I don't know, 70,
Okay, 70K. What else we got?
80, 90, 100,000.
Nice.
Okay, and give me 4 vacation places.
Steph, I'm impressed you know how to play this game still.
I played it
I just
many
realized
times.
that.
I would have already lost interest.
Yeah.
I gotta go to class.
We can't leave until we solve this. So,
Okay,
4
vacation spots.
Oh my gosh.
We're looking at Rome, Italy. All right.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Rome and Italy. How about
Rome,
Denmark?
and-
Denmark and Ireland.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Ireland's a really good one.
Yeah, you know, big world, you know.
Yeah.
Azerbaijan or something, you know, hey, or
The world is a lot smaller than you think,
okay,
Kyle.
you have to remind me. What's your wife's name?
Lily.
Lily.
Lily. Okay.
Lily pad.
Okay,
I was
so
thinking the same thing for some
I'm
reason.
gonna when I say go, just like wait a couple seconds and then tell
Start
me when
running.
to stop. Okay, go.
What are you doing exactly?
Just say stop at any point.
Okay, fine.
Say stop.
Stop.
That's a lot of tally marks.
You guys continue
oh,
to talk about something while I tally up.
I'm
Tally ho,
actually
Jorge's
trying to make
Tally
the S.
ho.
Okay, you
I
make the
can't
S.
figure out how to make the S that we drew on everything.
Well,
I don't
Ninja
think that's
Turtles.
it. Ninja Turtles.
This is definitely
How
a
are you doing this? Look at
female.
that. Oh, how are you doing
capitalized
this?
I remember
game.
like the finger thing. Like they had
It's
like the
like
finger
that board
count.
in
Oh,
school.
do that thing, click back and forth. Do, pick this number. Call
Or it's not origami.
Or whatever.
I know what you're talking. I could
Finger-
never successfully make one of those.
I never had enough. I never cared enough. I never wanted to. It's a girl thing.
Yeah, I had a lot of girls approach me. They're like, pick one, and I pick a corner, and they go, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd say, I lost you. I don't know.
I don't remember what you call that. That thing where they're like,
Dumb.
I'm genuinely impressed. You remember how to do this game.
Oh yeah.
Or if you were sitting here, I'm watching her calculate your final answer.
It's like
here.
she's a machine.
I mean,
results.
what are you calculating?
Terminator
That's my
over
question.
here.
Well, she
You're gonna
How
know
do
in
you
a
even
minute.
Come up with this.
Skynet.
Keep talking.
On you.
Mm.
There we go.
Just a break.
While we're going down.
Oh, she circled something.
Uh-oh.
All right. You're doing this so
done yet?
fast.
Nope, she's still
All right.
going.
All right. All right.
Oh, we
Just
tried.
calculating. 1, 2. Jorge, do you know any poetry on the top of your head from elementary school that you still know? Or songs from music class?
So I don't remember any songs, but I do remember poetry.
Let's hear it.
And I do not like you, Sam. I am. I do not like green eggs, ham.
I will not eat them with a Coke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, are the results in?
1. Yes. Jorge, you're gonna
Yes.
marry Lily, so
All right.
that's good. You guys are gonna live in South Dakota,
Oh.
but you
Okay.
are gonna live in a mansion, and I know that's not what you want, but that's how the game works. You are gonna have 1 kid.
Someone say want some money there.
You are gonna make $100,000 a year. Yeah,
Yeah, win.
and you're gonna visit every summer in Rome.
You
That'd be
know,
great.
That's not bad.
It's not a bad life.
And you didn't want to play either.
I know, but
He
then
wants
he
to go to
thought
Rome.
about all of his answers.
He did. Well, he did.
Yeah.
He did. He took a lot of time
Now,
to think about it.
I know that for sure I missed a category because usually you could put MASH up here and then you would do mansion, apartment, shack, or just regular house. But I incorporated that in here.
You should have put cardboard box.
Well, that
Hey,
was on there.
I'll tell you what.
He didn't
Next
get
time we
it.
play,
You'll
you
do
can
it.
play
All right.
because I would love.
Do you
to
just
hear
want
your-
to start every
You would.
episode with a game of MASH?
We can. Let's
would
do
be
it.
so fun.
That'll-
Who are
That's
you
a
gonna
good warm
marry?
up.
Not you, honey.
Well, thanks for playing. That was
thanks
that
for
was a
playing.
good
I'm gonna
one.
dig myself a hole.
Yeah.
No,
I'm like,
no,
you know
you
your
did good.
sister? Yeah.
So I think we scratched the surface on the 90s talk today.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could talk about this later on in another episode, but I think we hit a couple things. We definitely unlocked Kyle's mind. Repressed memories unlocked.
There's so much more up
Yeah.
there repressed. You have no idea.
I know we're gonna get
We're gonna
them
get
to
through
you.
that.
I'm like Pandora's box waiting to be open.
That's
This
fine.
could be the time.
Is just creeping through?
It's gonna be good.
There you go. Memory unlock. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's like I'm like, hey, PlayStation 1 memory cards. There we go.
How many gigabytes were those? Like 10?
Depends. If you got lucky, you got a huge one, and you never even got to use
What's
it all.
huge back then?
Like huge,
Like-
same as it is now.
Like 10
Huge.
gigabytes.
They didn't come I don't know if I guess it did have megabytes, but it was more like file storage space. Like like each one had like a certain amount, but they had some of them were huge. But
I bet.
yeah, I had one, but I never got to use it all.
Mm.
This is officially our first episode of Milkhouse.
That's right.
Glad I was able to do it with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everyone likes to hear that.
That was good.
Okay. Until next time.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Peace out.
Peace.